Hello there. My name is Jamal Brown from San Antonio, Texas, and this is the Jamal Brown Podcast. So I want to thank you for tuning in and dropping out to my first video show. And it being my first show, somber news. I'm from San Antonio, so I love basketball, love the Spurs, and well, I love Tim Duncan. But for my first video, Bill Russell died. Bill Russell, the 11-time champion. The Bill Russell MVP Award is named after him. He died at 89. 11 championships. Did you know that he won championships for San Francisco? The University of San Francisco? Yeah, he won them a title too. He won in college. He won in the pros. He won his rookie year after they traded a bunch of white boys for Russell. Red Auerbach, top four greatest coach GMs all time, period. No argument. If you're a basketball head, there's really no argument about that. It's one of the greatest moves of all time. Drafting Bill Russell. His famous rivalry with Wilt Chamberlain. Man, how amazing was Wilt Chamberlain watching Giannis Antetokounmpo? Imagine Giannis in the 60s. There you go. Wilt. Wilt unstoppable. That was his rival. They used to have this thing where it was saying that Bill Russell, he famously would Art of War, Sun Tzu, Wilt Chamberlain, he would invite him over and cook him meals and make him really comfortable and make them seem like they were the best of friends, the best of friends. And then when it came down to the court, Bill Russell and Bob Cousy and their Hall of Famers would just smack Wilt up. But of course, Wilt got his numbers. I mean, there was no stopping Wilt. He was the first dominant player in NBA history. But that's just the genius of Bill Russell. Always a winner. Look, his stats are 15 and 22. 15 points, 22 rebounds, career stats. He was the Rudy Gobert out there. That's my humble opinion. Rudy Gobert. That's what I think. It's what I believe. But still, first black team, gotta give it to the Celtics. I know what I felt like part of the African American community. I am just embedded to hate the Celtics. But man, when I look at what's going on with the Celtics now, man, with the coach that should have been the coach in San Antonio, I like the culture. Bill Russell, first black, played for the first black team, first black player coach to win the championship, first African American coach in the NBA. Is it sports history? I know it's NBA history. Somebody comment, hit me back up. Hey, I'm wrong half the time. So, yeah. I mean, when he was winning championships, he wasn't even winning rings. They were winning watches. They were winning watches back then. Not even rings. They had to give him his rings later. You know, he won the Olympics. I mean, also you gotta love the fact that he was part of the summit with Jim Brown. He has his own checkered history. But Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, then he was Lou Alcindor, Muhammad Ali. I know I'm missing some, but Bill Russell was there. Bill Russell has been an ambassador. How many generations know who Bill Russell is? He has always been the most valuable player in the league. He's the gold standard. Great player, great teammate, all time teammate. He understood that you have to sacrifice, for the betterment of your team success. That's how you win. You got to be dependable, you got to deliver in the clutch moments, and you have to be willing to sacrifice to win. Bill Russell, yes, he played with Hall of Famers, and Wilt did not always play with Hall of Famers. But I love Wilt. Wilt's one of my favorite players of all time, but he didn't understand that about basketball. Bill Russell did. I do have Bill Russell slightly out of my top 10. I have him honorably at 11. Uh, well, I know he passed and all. And I want to put Kevin Durant in my top 10. I really do, but I just need to see Kevin Durant actually win his team a championship as the best player. Not piggyback, I mean win. So I can't put somebody like that ahead of the ultimate winner, the greatest winner, Bill Russell, activist. And I'm a socialist. So from activist to activist, it's a loss. You know, he's always done the community proud, great activist, great basketball player, truly understood what basketball was all about. Great dynasty. He had to deal with somebody shitting on his bed, you know, before Amber Heard. I mean, come on, that joke was a layup. Because, Boston can be racist, you know. And as someone who is spiritual and religious, and service is my prayer, being racist is truly believe against my religious belief. And that's one of the reasons why Bill Russell decided to, when he had his jersey, retired up. Retired up. Yes, that's a Prince shirt. It's Prince. He's better than Michael Jackson. Had his jersey retired up. Of course, he had no Boston fans there. Boston has to live with that. But rest in peace to top 10 greatest player of all time. The most valuable player of all time. As a basketball head, someone who loves the game. Rest in peace.